Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning, good morning. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It is Monday, September 1st. Happy September. Or rest in peace, summer. In other words, it's significantly colder than it has been for the last month. Oh well. So now that it's September, it's time to think about putting the garden to sleep. It's time to think about next year's garden. And also, Candace, you reminded me that the flowers, sorry, my dress is tucked underneath me weird. My flowers would be dry on Labor Day. So I'm going to pull out my dried flowers and we're going to have a look at them because they're going to be really pretty, I'm sure of it. Then we're going to decide if we're going to paint today or if we're going to crochet. We can do either one. I want to paint, but we can paint or crochet, either one. So let me just set up my second camera so you guys can watch me unbox the flowers or unpress the flowers. They're in, oh gosh. Oh, excuse me. They're in flower pressing equipment. Also, I have so much to talk to you about. I went to a concert on the weekend. I couldn't tell you till after we went because I didn't want to get swatted. We went to go see Mariana's Trench in Toronto last week. I'm sweating. I'm turning the AC on. I thought it was cold. Inside, it's hot. I know, peekaboo. Cool. So, we went and saw Mariana's Trench in concert in Toronto, which was so fun. We went to the CNE to go see them live. Mariana's Trench is a Canadian band that I was absolutely obsessed with through my high school, university, young adulthood, and now as an adult, I just love them still, but not like the fangirl way I used to, you know? It was very fun, though. It was fun to be able to see them again. I've seen them 3 or 4 times, probably, and every single time, I love it. I love seeing that band. We had the craziest weekend, Alex and I. We had a crazy Friday. What did we do Saturday? Did we do anything on Saturday? Oh, I went out. Oh my God, wait, we had a busy Saturday too. Alex and I had a busy whole weekend. So on Friday, after we finished work, my sister, Alex, and I all drove to Toronto in one vehicle. Alex drove. We went to Toronto and then we went into the CNE. We went and had some food at the CNE, the Canadian National Exhibition, for those of you that aren't in Canada. It's an annual fair that's been going on since 1850, something like that. I'm pretty sure the Royal Winter Fair and so it had to have been after 1867 because it's called the Canadian National Exhibition. So whenever the CN Railway happened around then, whatever, it's old. It's an old fair, and it's a fair that comes every single year. It's gotten progressively worse over the years because they've tried to corporatize it. It used to be a lot of handmade stuff and a lot of niche jewelers and stuff like that. You could get really cool, interesting things, but also there used to be tons of freebies. So you'd go to a booth and you'd get something. It was a fun thing, but now it's a lot more resale, a lot of it's a lot of junk now, unfortunately. But we weren't going to go to the CNE. We were just going to get to the concert. We ended up walking through the CNE just for fun. We didn't go on any rides or anything. I'm not really into that I don't know why. I'm just not really into it. But yeah, we had such a good time. We were cheering like crazy. We got in a little fight. I got in a fight in public. I didn't get in a physical altercation, but I did get in a verbal altercation. Julia and I got into a verbal altercation with a woman because they stood on the picnic table in front of us And the verbal altercation was, boo, boo. That's what we did. Everyone behind us cheered after they got down from us booing for them to get down. I thought it was very funny. Julia thought it was very funny. Alex didn't even know it happened. Oh my God, these dried perfectly. Candace, good call. Waiting till Labor Day. We've got lovely, whatchamacallits? Candy tufts. Hello, player 3 JRK. Welcome to being a Last Minute Lore supporter. Thank you. Louisa, good morning, Lauren. Everyone plants and pets. Good morning, Louisa. Good morning, Candace. Hey, Candace, we're good. Thanks for asking. Having lots of help, and I'm recovering great. My nurse is super impressed with me. I'm super impressed with myself, and my mom, too. So you're just a magical creature, Louisa, who created another magical creature. These are California poppies, by the way. I picked some, and they are perfectly dry and beautifully yellow. Look at how they retained all of their color. We love, whenever dried flowers retain their color, we're always happy about it. Happy Monday, Heather, and happy September. We have made it to fall, everyone. I know not officially, isn't it September 21st? But let's be honest with ourselves. My mom is not being honest with herself. When we talked yesterday, I said, we're getting a frost well before we normally do this year. And she said, you think? And I went, you don't think? And she said, I don't know. And I said, you don't think that maybe it's about to be an early winter? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, what? But I do know. I feel like I know. So if my mom doesn't know, maybe I'm just making it up. And maybe actually winter isn't going to come until November. Last year, winter didn't come until after November 13th, which is like amazing. That's a perfect time for winter to come. But this year, I think winter's coming earlier. Oh, sweet Jesus. Look how beautiful this is. Oh my God. Look how pretty. Please be beautiful on the other side. This is a Lisianthus. Oh my gosh. Tell me you're gorgeous. Oh my God, it's perfect. Look at that flower. Wow. That dried perfectly. Look at this. This is a Lisianthus. What? Look at flat as... It just looks like a line. It's perfect. I love that. It's Pumpkin Spice Day. Pumpkin Spice Day started a while ago for us here. They offer it early. I decorated my front porch yesterday for fall. Heather, you are honestly vibes, but also a little forward. My daughter came home and said it was still August. I said, no, not tomorrow. Tomorrow starts pumpkin season. These are my sweet peas. Aren't they pretty? They dried beautifully. Another candy tuft, another sweet pea. I'm not ready for fall. You know, you want to hear something embarrassing? My Christmas wreath is still outside. My Christmas wreath from last Christmas. I never took it down, and it's almost time to put it back up again. So I'm just leaving it until next year. Beelzebub, get off my journals. Okay, so that's what we did Friday. Then Saturday was so much fun. My sister picked me up in the morning with Miss Elizabeth, my niece Elizabeth. She's just a baby. Beelzebub, sorry, my parrots are trying to eat one of my sketchbooks. You can't have that. That's not yours. I put it there as a spot for it to sit, not a spot for you to try and take it. No, I'm not going to spray you. It's just a threat. I just have it here for threats. Okay. They have pumpkin spice early, but I try to wait until September to make it special. Okay. So is today the first day that you're going to get a pumpkin spice something? What did I have already? I had a pumpkin spice cold brew. It was worth getting it early. It was pretty good. Okay, I have a celosia here. Oh, hi, peekaboo. Yep. Jump. He's in the kitchen. There you go. What a queen. Okay, this one. So I have a celosia here that looks... Honestly, this feels... Oh, no, it's dry. That's a weird feeling. It's like shiny still. And it's so green and it's floppy, but listen. It's fully dry. How bizarre is that? Interesting. Beautiful celosia. Obviously another sweet alyssum. Marigold, how did you do? Beautiful. Jolly Jester Marigold, great. Our cider mill has the most amazing pumpkin spice donuts. Not sure they're open. Holiday today for us. Yes, it's a holiday for us to do. It's a holiday for us today as well. Happy Labor Day. I just felt something on me, but it's a hair. Happy Labor Day. I don't know if I even said it. The title says Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. Thank you for laboring. I do not dream of labor, but I am, and therefore I am here. My sister was like, "You're working on Labor Day?" And I was like, "My work is that I chat on the internet. It's a little different. I'm not like, it's not the same kind of work." So yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to do my live stream. We streamed on Christmas morning last year, didn't we? Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. No matter what, I'll be here. This doesn't feel... Oh, it is dry. That's so weird. Why do you not feel dry? Huh. I'm so glad you're here. Well, I am so glad to be here. Thank you for being here today. Okay, so on Saturday, Julia, my sister, picked me up in the morning. We went and got what sweet little treat did we get? We went and got a booster juice. Usually when my sister and I get together, we get a sweet little treat because we deserve a little something for being so brave and surviving this long. So we went and got a booster juice. We shared. Oh, wait. Alistair wasn't with us. Alistair was at my parents' house. We went and picked up Alistair. This doesn't feel dry either. This is going to go into the dictionary. It's not finished. I think I'll flip them over and then put them in the dictionary. Why is there pencil on these? I didn't draw these. Anyway, we went to the farm. We went to pick up Alistair. Obviously, that was joyful because Alistair's the cutest freaking child in the whole world. I love him so much. I literally love him so much. It doesn't even make any sense. So took him home, and then my sister dropped me back off at my house. That was all our hangout was for the day. Another beautiful Lysianthus. Gorgeous. Then I went over to my friend's house and I helped her remove all of the paint. Well, helped her. Alex and I removed all of the paint from her front door. Not well. I'm not going to say we did a great job. We did the best we could with the knowledge we had. And we used scrapers. We used a heat gun. We used elbow grease. We used a sander. We used a rotary tool. We used a multi-tool. We tried everything to get the paint off this thing. She's trying not to use stripper because of how toxic it is. So instead we were trying to go manual. This is not dry. What the heck? Why are these ones not dry? They don't even care about me. So, yeah, we did that for a couple of hours. It took us a couple of hours to work through on Saturday afternoon. And then after that, we still went grocery shopping. We were, at the end of the day, we were exhausted. I had gone out 3 separate times. Did you try the citrus strip? No, she's still hoping to not use stripper. So I said at the end of our attempt to remove everything, I said, I think you're going to need to use a stripper. We didn't do a great job, but we did do a lot of work. It wasn't a great job, but we did our best, okay? Okay, these are all not dry. So these are going to all go in the dictionary. Do we have anything in the dictionary right now? I don't remember. But all that stuff needs to get re-dried because it's not all the way. Like, look at this. There should be no floppiness. This should be stiff. Who do they think they are? But these all dried out well, so that's good. So haven't tried looking for the citrus strip yet. I did tell her I would go to the hardware store and have a look around and see if there was something that looked not toxic. And I told her about the citrus strip. I told her that I talked to you guys about it. And she said, I still want to aim to not use the stripper if I can. And I was like, cool. Using a paint stripper would make this take 2 hours, but instead it's going to take 6 hours. So for now, that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. But I am still happy I did it. Saturday was a very busy day though. And then we went to the grocery store and I really wanted peaches. And I said to Alex, like, I just really want to get more peaches before the season's over. And then Alex said, well, why don't you just get whatever you want to eat peaches wise today or tomorrow? And then tomorrow we can go get peaches. And I was like, sold. I live in Southern Ontario And the Niagara region for me is an hour away. And so I can go pick my own peaches. And that was what Alex suggested. And I said, I love that idea. And then in the morning on Sunday, Alex said, do you want to go to that farm with all the animals? No, Alex, I don't want to go to the farm with all the animals. Of course I do. So there's this farm in St. Catharines called Happy Rolf's something. Happy Rolf's Animal Farm. I don't know what it's called. Something along those lines. Anyway, it's this like volunteer rescue for animals called Happy Rolf's in St. Catharines. It's this big park, and there's like cows and horses, and I think there's a donkey, a couple of pigs, a couple of geese. Everything that's there is adoptable. Oh my God, that's like 3 blocks from me. I didn't realize it was that close, Candace. I knew it was in St. Catharines, and you were too. To be honest with you, Candace, I didn't have time. I didn't even have time to think about it. Alex said, do you want to go? And I said, yeah. So then I said, let's do it. And then I told my sister that's what we were doing. And then I looked at Alex and I said, are you set on us going just you and me to these 2 places? And he said, no, why? Who do you want to bring? Who do you think, Alex? Who do I want to spend the most time with other than you? Obviously, Alistair. So I texted my sister and I said, can we take Alistair to Happy Rolf's? She didn't reply right away, which either meant that she was dealing with a parenting thing or that she was thinking about whatever the answer was. And then I replied to my own text and I said, I mean, you and Elizabeth can come too. Like, her husband was working. You and Elizabeth can come too. I just meant, like, Alistair will love it. And my sister called me. I said, I'm getting in the shower. Call me when you're free and we could talk about it. Of course, she calls me as soon as I am in the shower. And then she said, I'm close by. Do you want me to just come over? And I said, yes. So then she came over with the kids. They were both sleeping, which was adorable, in the car. And then I said, do you want to do it? And she said, yep. So we unloaded her car into my car because my car's bigger. And then we loaded the kids in, and then we went to McDonald's to get a little snack just so that we wouldn't starve on the way to Happy Rolf's, because it was an hour and a half. The drive was an hour and a half. The drive should be 40 minutes. It was an hour and a half because of traffic. There were accidents all over the highway. The highway between Toronto and Niagara now it's crazy. It's always busy. It never used to be, but then the pandemic happened and a bunch of people who live in Toronto moved out to the Niagara, peninsula? What do you call that area? The Niagara escarpment region. And because they all moved out there, now they have to drive into Toronto because COVID, quote unquote, ended. And so they have to drive back in every morning. So now there's this crazy amount of traffic between those 2 points. So the traffic made it take way longer to get there. But then we went there. We couldn't find somewhere to pick peaches, so we just went to a farm stand, which I was totally fine with because I was tired. By the time we finished at Happy Rolf's, we went and got ice cream at this place that's nearby. I got peach ice cream. They make their own ice cream in-house. I got peach ice cream. It was delightful. Alistair had a chocolate milkshake, which in retrospect, maybe not the best choice before we had to go drive for an hour, but he was very happy about it, and I support it. Also, these are dry, actually. These are pansies, and they're beautiful, and they're dry. Avondale, that's it. So, also, while we were there, I found 2 very cool things. Well, I found a few, actually. I collected some seeds. But I found stinging nettle. Guess how I found it? Guess how I found the stinging nettle? Well, let me tell you. I found an elderberry tree. I found an elderberry tree at Happy Rolf's in the forest. There's like a forest. There's like a trail through a forest you can walk through. We were walking through the trail in the forest along the after we passed along the water. And then I saw elderberries in fruit, ripe elderberries. And I said, what a find. And then I said, look at all that jewel weed. what beautiful jewel weed that is. And then I said, what's jewel weed do again? I don't remember what it's for. So I Googled it, and it said it's a great treatment for poison ivy, usually growing near poison ivy and stinging nettles. So anyway, I went to go into the little foresty patch to collect the elderberries, and I got absolutely destroyed up to my thighs because I was wearing a short dress. I was wearing like a baby doll style dress, so it's short but like a lot of fabric. And so my legs were completely exposed, and I just thought I'll be fine. And I marched myself right there into that there forest to get me some elderberries. And my legs got totally destroyed. Stinging nettle is not scary. I thought it was. It's actually not. It's painful like a bee sting. Then it reduces itself, so it makes you go, ah, like you got stung by a bee. And then it reduces to like a constant electrical pulse. It's not going to ruin your day. It'll ruin a toddler's day for sure, because it repeatedly hurts. It hurts for hours. Actually, if I can be honest with you, some of the stings still hurt today, but like pain is relative. It's not pain that I can't manage. You know what I mean? So anyway, I got completely eaten by stinging nettle. And then I said, you are not the boss of me. I'm taking some of you home. So I picked stinging nettle. So then my hands were all fudged up, but I decided already you are not the boss of me, stinging nettle. So I brought stinging nettle home because I'm an adult and I can do whatever it is that I desire to do. Now, before I put my dried flowers away, let's do the seed portion of the video. Of the stream, rather. By the way, yeah, don't forget to click the thumbs up button on your way in. Candy, you inspired me with your elderberry collection. It made me go, I'm going to do it. I'm going to collect them. I'm going into the woods to collect this. So I'm going to show you the elderberries I collected. They weren't all ripe, so I could only take a couple little, like, umbrels. What's the name for that? Heads of flowers. But I also collected some seeds from some really beautiful zinnias. I'll show you what those look like. Actually, I really need to pee, so I'm going to be right back. You guys just hold your horses, click the thumbs up button, watch my animals, and I'll be right back, okay? Returned. Good morning. I liked the video on my way in and I just finished making cuttings for plums and figs. Oh, amazing. I had a plum, a peach, and a banana for breakfast this morning. I'm feeling very rejuvenated. Okay, so let me just get my photos sorted here. I took some pics to show you from the seeds, I took pics of the flower. Sorry, I ran up and down the stairs. I took pics of the flower that I took seeds from. I just want you to see them. Oh, flowers. Here they are. So this is the same place that I saved those amazing seeds from last year that I didn't remember saving, like where I saved them. Oh, my nose is itchy. Hey, all 12 of you, click that thumbs up button. What are you doing here not clicking a thumbs up button? 13 of you now and no thumbs ups hitting? Click them thumbs up, you. Words are confusing. Please don't start skipping around, internet, because I need you to just behave. You behave and go to your beehive. Okay, are you ready for this? Now we get into Discord. Let me just move you like that. Stretch you like that. Okay, here's Alex and Toby and me buying peaches yesterday. Didn't we look so cute buying peaches? Do you see how happy we all are? Look, the sun is right in his eyes. There's the peaches. And there's me, looking so happy in the sun. I have sunglasses on my head. But don't worry, we did a smile one too. Next is the zinnia. So this zinnia... Hold on, let me just put my phone back where it goes. This zinnia is one that I collected a couple of deadheads from. 3, in fact, deadheads from this zinnia, and it's really pretty. It's like salmon pink. It's almost kind of orangey in the middle, like barely. Do you see what I mean? Like there's like an almost orangey center, but it's like a light pink. It's very pretty. See what I mean? It's got kind of like an orange towards the center, but I don't know what it would be called, because I would say like what? What's pink? What's a pink thing? Because like I'm thinking apricot, but then I want to call it like orange creamsicle, but I want to have a pink item that goes with it. You know what I mean? Blushing bride. It's too bright. It's too saturated in color. Truly. Whoa! What the heck? That's not what I want. How did you get up here? There you go. There. Now you can look at the seeds. No, stay up here. Okay, so these are the seeds. I only had dog poop bags with me. I did not have a plan to collect. I actually did have a plan to collect. I brought envelopes, but they weren't envelope ready. Although these ones are now envelope ready, and these are the creamy blush. We can't have blushing bride and creamy blush, Candace. Come on, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Okay, hold on. So this one's actually ready to get turned into like a seed packet, so I'm going to move those ones out of my way completely so I don't accidentally mix them. I'm going to move these rose campions out of my way, and now we're going to take a minute and we're going to separate the chaff from the seeds on this zinnia. We've already got it labeled and we've already got our picture drawn. Hold on, right there. See? Come on, you. Show it. Come on, focus. Stay focused. Candy Blush Ruffles, zinnia. Possibly Floret Precious Metals or Victoria Wedding. So, for this one, I'm gonna just save the best looking seeds because these are all open pollinated. These were just beautiful. I saw them in a garden outside of a church. I took one of the deadheads. Next year we can have that really beautiful, beautiful zinnia. That'll be fun. Rosy apricot. Okay, that kind of makes sense. I don't hate rosy apricot. Some of these seeds might not be viable, it looks like. They could be viable, they just look a little bit shady. Sometimes that's what happens. There. So if the seed looks shady at all to me, I'm just gonna throw it out with the chaff. When I say throw it out, I never throw out anything that could potentially grow. I throw it in the garden. So don't be sad for the seed. If it's not being saved, it's still being given a chance. I don't know what a big chance it's getting, but it goes outside. I won't sacrifice it for nothing. So sad. The idea of a seed going in that actual garbage, like in a landfill, is like sad. Not very many like good looking seeds in this. Zinnias, like a good zinnia seed is pretty obvious, and these are kind of, the seed blends in with the petal almost. It's like they didn't get all the way mature. It was all the way dead though, so. Oh wait, I'm making two piles here. There we go. So what did you all get up to this weekend? Or what are you all getting up to today? Anybody doing anything fun today? Where I live, Labor Day is like the last camping weekend. It's not the last one. There's still another few weekends of camping. Like Alex and I aren't even going until October, but it's like the last big family camping weekend because all the kids go back to school. And so there's a lot of quiet neighborhoods this weekend, and there's also fireworks tonight. Where? I'm not sure, but they do fireworks. I feel like they should just close everything. Why do all of the like fast food stay open on days like today? That feels like the people who should have Labor Day off, don't you think? The people who are like actually working hard. You know, like the people who are getting Labor Day off are the people who are sitting in desks, who are scrolling around for their job. The people who don't get Labor Day off are the ones who are on their feet actively working. How's that make sense? Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn the background down. Sorry about that. Thank you so much. Sorry, so loud. I didn't turn it down. I turned it up when I went to the bathroom and I didn't turn it down when I came back. That must have been a weird way to come into the stream for people who'd never been there before. They're like, why is the music here so loud? Thank you, Louisa, for letting me know. The last day of the Marshville Fair today. Where's Marshville? I'm guessing out your way, because I do not know Marshville. Nope. Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. I think Waynfleet area. So just a random piece of information that you have, or are you going to it, Candace? Just Marshville Fair ends today. Okay. Good. Anyone near Marshville, please be advised. Today. I may. Oh, okay. That makes more sense then. Never mind. I missed the first 2 days. Oh, I'm sorry. How you feeling, by the way, Candace? Any updates on your health stuff? Moving forward? Any timelines? Gosh. I wish I could show you guys Elizabeth right now. She is the most adorable baby you've ever seen in your whole life. She's literally just like this potato of smiles. She's a smile potato. She's so cute. Still kicking. Still ticking. Gonna call the doc tomorrow to find out the plan. I'm sure the office is closed today. Yeah. Surely the office is closed today. Lucky Alex gets a little sleep in. You know what he did? Even though it's his sleep in, he turned off my alarm, and he set his alarm for earlier than that. He got up, he made coffee, he got everything ready for me to start my day, and then he came back down and went back to bed, but he woke me up. So I didn't have to wake up to an alarm, and I didn't have to make my own coffee, because Alex usually makes the coffee because he's up first, because his job starts earlier than me. And so usually there's coffee when I wake up, and that's just the lovely life that I get to lead. And today I was like, I'm going to make my own coffee. I'm going to do it. Then I came upstairs and it was already done. True love. Oh, golly. Almost done with these. I feel like I'm going to have to go back for a more dead flower. I feel like this one could have still dried on the plant longer, because some of these seeds are small, unless it's just because it's a hybrid, so they're not as, like, what's that word? Not viable, ferocious, vigorous. They're not as vigorous as like individual kind. Possibly, I don't know. Or this is just not old enough. All right, that seems like a good number of seeds. I think that should cover me. I probably am only going to plant 6 of them, so I don't know that I need this many anyway. But if any of you guys liked this zinnia, then I can give you the seeds. So now the rest of these seeds will go outside, where either birds or mice, or maybe in a freak beautiful serendipitous moment, one of the seeds somehow manages to hide over winter and then come up on its own in the spring. It's very unlikely, bordering on impossible, because zinnias are an annual where I live and they do not overwinter, but still no reason to throw seeds into the garbage. Okay, so now we've got our first packet done. We love that. And now this one can get kind of tore up in the bowl. Just put that, because they need to dry. If you put zinnia seeds away when they're still fresh, you will have rotten zinnia seeds. See, this one looks so much more mature. These seeds look so much better. Do you see them? They're like dark and large. That's what we're looking for. See how big these ones are? So I'll just pull them off of the petal, and then I'll put the petal in there for now. I'll just grab all the petals, and then all the ones that are black or like dark green, I will separate them from those ones that are white, because those ones are unpollinated. There we go. Beautiful. And the great thing about this zinnia is it had tons of flowers on it. It wasn't a very tall plant, but it had tons. Like, I don't know, 15 flowers on the one plant. So I'm going to try and grow this one next year. Leave the cat alone, Beelzebub. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Thank you. Poor peekaboo. I'm going to call this Happy Rolf's zinnia, because then I'll know exactly what color it is, because I have photos from the day we were at Happy Rolf's, and then it will be easy for me to know. Happy Rolf's Salmon Zinnia, something like that. Happy Rolf's is the name of the place that the planter was in. We fed geese and ducks there. They like sell little cups of food to bring and give to the geese, and it's so fun, and Alistair loved it, and he was chasing geese and ducks around, and they're very used to people, so they don't really run away. They just sort of like walk away, and they don't threaten. Like, they hiss a little bit, but they're not like scary geese. And so Alistair was just like walking right up on them and like touching them, and then they would be like, please don't, and they would walk away. He was so gentle. Toby got stung by stinging nettle also. We thought he got stung by a bee, but then I got stung by stinging nettle, and I was like, oh, I figured it out what he stepped in. He was so sad. We carried him for like an hour because he kept like trying to itch his foot. But I couldn't find a bite. I couldn't find any mark. And then I got stinging nettled and figured out what probably happened. Okay, these ones are even more mature. So I pull out the seeds. See how many of them are dark? Dark means they're almost already dry, like they're almost ready to store. There we go. And there we go. Beautiful. Oh no, I ripped the wrong side. That's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I have more than enough here. Same thing with this one. I'm not going to need all of these seeds. So if any of you like this zinnia, just keep your eyes peeled. When it comes to winter time, I will be sending out seeds to all of my Patreon supporters and all of my YouTube membership holders. So if you like growing flowers, stick around because we send out seeds. And then you can grow the flowers I grew or the flowers I'm planning on growing. I want to buy more seeds. I'm on a desperate seed shopping bonanza. I've been just filling my cart in different places with seeds to order, and then I keep closing the websites. Like I don't need to order seeds right now. I can wait till February. I don't need to be doing this right now. But like, it's starting to get cold, which means this year's garden is almost done, which means I can start thinking about next year's garden and all my brilliant plans and how I'm going to get more sunlight. It's like the goal. I only have a certain amount of space. I can't just keep growing. That's not an option. I can't just make more space. It doesn't exist. So it's like I need to try and create more access to sunlight, but like the only way to do that is by making things like on different heights because I don't have more space to spread everything out. So that's going to be that'll be a problem for next spring, really. We'll probably solve the problem over winter. Oh, I also did collect seeds for stinging nettle, and I have intentions of planting it in my alleyway and also in our backyard to try and see if we can get it to like take over the poison ivy. I would way rather have stinging nettle than poison ivy. First of all, useful. Second of all, food item. Third of all, nutritious, nutrient dense. Fourth of all, deterrent. I mean, we have poison ivy, which is a deterrent. Like, I don't like poison ivy at all in my alleyway, but we do have it quite a bit. So I would love if it was nettle instead. Okay, so this one's now done too. These will go outside. And then these will sit here to dry. We just have to name it. We need to put an envelope with it, because we have to keep our labels clear and easy to understand, friends, so that we can plant these things next year, right? Right. Okay, and now I need a pen. Thank you. Strawberry blonde marigold. No, not that. And you're already labeled. Where are my envelopes? In my purse. 1 second. Let me grab an envelope. Hi, Toblerone. How you doing, bud? Why are you guys in your cage? Oh, because I put my peach and my plum pits in the cage so that they could eat the remnants. Okay, this is going to be called Happy Rolf's salmon, pink, orange, pumula, short, many blooms, zinnia. There. Happy Rolf's salmon, pink, orange, pumula, short, many blooms, zinnia. Now I'll know. All right, and now what other seeds did I collect? I collected some yarrow seeds. Oh gosh, sorry about that. I don't necessarily need. Why are you loose then? Can you not be like that? What do I do? Hold on. that. All right, what other seeds is this? What's this? This is miscellaneous. Why did I collect calendula seeds? Why would I have collected calendula seeds? And why do I have a random scat? Oh, this is bee balm. Okay, this is bee balm. Okay, what do bee balm seeds look like? Did you see the pic I shared last Friday for Discord friends? Just curious. Nope. Nope, I didn't. Sorry about that. I did not do that. I'll do that right now. Not for other people, just for Discord friends. Where did you put it? In... Hold on. Members. No. Maybe? In general? Okay. Oh. Oh, she's tiny. Oh, she's so sweet. You look amazing. You do not look like someone who just gave birth. You look amazing. Oh, look at baby freaking Ada's so cute. Oh, and your husband's so happy. And your mom. Oh. That's so nice, Louisa. 2.5 kg. She's just a baby. She's just a little one. Me tearing up at somebody else's baby picture is the way that I am. Nothing has changed. She's beautiful, and you're beautiful, and Ada's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna collect bee balm seeds. These were bee balm that I saw growing at a community garden, and they had gone to seed, so I said, I'm gonna grow them. Then there were a few calendula that had also gone to seed, and I said, I'll grow calendula, but I already have calendula seeds, so I don't know why I did that. So I'm just gonna separate the calendula seeds because they're big and obvious, and then we can get the bee balm seeds after that. They were a nice calendula though, like a big, fluffy calendula. It was a good idea to collect the seeds. It is seed saving time. Have you started? Have you started saving your seeds? I know it's supposed to be a crochet live stream, but like we have to, you know, prioritize urgent things. And urgent is getting these seeds sorted and put away so that I don't have small containers of seeds all over my desk. That is the current life that I live. I just have little bowls like this with an envelope in it and then a bunch of seeds and chaff. They're just, and from now until the end of October, our home is going to look like this. It's going to just be a bunch of small pottery holding seeds because I want the seeds to dry. Could I put them in a tray and put them in my dehydrator on the lowest setting? Yes. Will I? No. But even so, I am going to be enjoying myself collecting seeds because it is such a fun activity collecting seeds. I don't know if I'm going to collect any nasturtium seeds this year because I don't know if any of my nasturtiums are really making seeds yet. Maybe they will and they just haven't yet, but I don't know. This year's nasturtiums could have been better, I think. Okay, so bee balm has small seeds, but if I just sort of screw around with the flower head, they seem to come out more or less okay. It was just such a pretty bee balm. It had so many flowers on it, and it's like it didn't even care that no one was taking care of it. It's like a community garden, so it's like mostly neglected. It's not neglected, but it's not like, I don't know, it gets abused a lot more because it's in a park that has a lot of people dealing with a lot of things. But even so, it was thriving, and so I took a seed head and I said, I'll grow you, and then I'll grow it with my other bee balm, and then they can make a hybrid, and then I'll have pink and purple and hybrid bee balm, and everyone will be happy. I have a calendula in a nice flower pot. Ooh, that one had lots of seeds in it. In a nice flower pot, one seed reached a crack in your patio and looks so healthy and strong I decided not to pull it, even though I think she's rude. Calendula is a little bit rude in that way, where the seeds will literally start anywhere, And then sometimes I'll try to start the seeds indoors. Not sometimes. I usually try to do the seeds indoors in the spring so that I have flowers earlier. They're not as robust as the ones that start outside. I've noticed this year I have a few flowers that I'm adding to the I'll just start them outside list. I think I might start some nasturtium inside next year. Usually I start them all outside because I find them to be really finicky indoors. But I really would like to have them be strong enough to like be giving good amounts of flowers. I feel like my nasturtiums this year have been like not disappointing, because no plant has disappointed me, but like lackluster. Like they're just not doing as much as I feel like they could have. So next year I want to give them all the opportunity, and one of the ways to do that is to give them an earlier start. And maybe that's what they need. Okay, that's more than enough bee balm. I don't think I need like an unlimited number of seeds. I just need a handful, you know? So this is like a native bee balm or a wild bee balm. I don't know. I feel like it was labeled something different in their garden, but it was bee balm. Could it have been labeled bergamot? Is that the same thing? Wild bergamot, is that wild bee balm? Okay, so here are my bee balm seeds. I'll just remove this chaff and shove it in the bag that I'm holding. There we go. Very nice. That's enough seeds to get us through the apocalypse. I'm not even gonna make these ones dry out because they were already dry on the plant. And whatever I can't scoop up, like I'm not gonna do this for hours, you know? There. Whatever I didn't scoop up there is just gonna get added to this bag to go outside. Okay, and this is purple wild type bee balm. 2025 August. Okay, that one's done. Good. Beauty. Next is yarrow, and I'm just gonna do, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fully flip so that I don't mix any of my yarrow seeds. This is, I think, wild bergamot is bee balm. Okay, cool, thank you. Okay, so these yarrow are, I believe these are just white yarrow. I don't think there's anything particularly special about these ones, but I also don't understand what the seed is. Like, this, are these even the seeds? These just look like bits of flour. Where is the part that's clearly a seed? Do I have any yarrow aficionados here? I feel like it's very much not clear what is a seed and what is not here. It all looks like just plant dust. Maybe I'll just give up on yarrow from seed. I have no idea. This is very, like, not easy to understand. I think I'll just, like, throw these in the garden on purpose. Like, that's how I'll start them. Because these seeds are not clear. And it is a perennial, so I can do that. I can start the seeds by just putting them outside. And then some of them will start. I'll cold start them, if you will. So yarrow done. What are you? Your chaff. So you go in the chaff bag, which will get poured into the garden. And then this empty poop bag will get added back to Toby's poop bag holder. Dog poop bags are very handy when you don't have any bag on you. Okay, yarrow will get put right in the garden. Nettle, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I don't know why I brought it home, but I did. Is it still stingy? Not really. So does it stop being stingy, or did I get all the stings off of it already? Because I put this stuff on my back last night. I saw something somewhere of people in Europe like basically flogging themselves with nettle in the spring for rheumatoid arthritis and for other ailments of that nature. And I was like, I'm in pain almost all the time. I'll try that. And I did. And I can't say it helped, But it did hurt in a different way than it normally hurts, and therefore I was in a different pain than I'm normally in, which made it feel like it relieved my regular pain. Really, I think it just covered up my regular pain with a different pain, an itchier burning pain, as opposed to like a deep muscle pain, and like a joint and bone, just general pain. One sec, I need to put away all of this stuff because my desk is now full of stuff. There's plant material all over me and my station. So let me just put this stuff away and then we can talk again. I have to go collect more flowers. On Wednesday, we're gonna have to start with flower pressing because the flowers are almost gone. Oh, there was still a sting on it. I got stung. That was a delayed response, though. Okay, so this can go over here. We're done with our dried flowers, so I can put the dried flowers away. Please hold. Oh, there's the stinging nettle seeds. Okay, so I'm gonna just leave this here because they're stuck to it. Actually, you know what? We'll collect them. Let's just be grown-ups and just do the job. I found stinging nettle seeds were with the stinging nettles, so I'm going to attempt to grow them. If I can just get all of them off. They're kind of sticky, like they have like fur on them that makes them stick to fabric, which is rude, but also fun. On top of stinging you, they force you to disperse their seeds. And I think that is very nice of them. Why are they stinging us? Are they stinging us because they don't want me to eat them? It's so funny because people who like stinging nettle, like they make tea out of it, they eat it, they make poultices from it, like they use it to make fibers. Like how do you disengage the sting? How are they not getting stung? Or are they just like accepting the sting? Because like I said, it's not painful enough to like ruin your day if you're an adult who's been stung by bees and like hasn't freaked out, you know? It won't ruin your day, but it'll definitely like cause a little bit of discomfort for several hours. Where's Toby? I saw them all, but Toby. Toby is underneath me on another dog bed. You know the big, huge dog bed? That's under my desk now, and Toby's on that. I thought he would pick the bed behind me, but he has, this morning, he's all curled up like a little donut. It's not that cold, but he's still acting cold. Okay, this is stinging nettle from Happy Rolf's 2025 Butte. One other thing, finished. We love getting some of the seed saving jobs done, don't we, folks? Okay, now I'll bring you back here, and now I will finish what I was doing, setting up. Now this needs to be washed. For safety. Here. Get our paints out, get our paint brushes out. And we can also get our painting. Here's our painting, all dry. Here's what it's looking like right now. I still want to do stuff to it, so that's what we're gonna do. I'll be right back. I just need to rinse out the water cup. happy when Peekaboo is brave. Okay, water. And paper towel. And then the rest of the paint. Where did I put it? Did I move it somewhere? Good. Or did I just put it back where it goes? I just put it back where it goes. Love that about me. Okay, some of this paint doesn't look like it all dried out, so that's good. All right, I'm back. No panic, anyone. And it's looking good, I think. I think I want to put something underneath it to try and get it to lift. Oh, this towel. To get it to lift a little so it's kind of like I'm painting on an easel. Just because the light behind me is, or behind you, in front of me, is making like a glare when I'm painting. There, that's good. Okay, now you can see. Ta-da! The painting. I think it looks good. I think the gold was a good choice, the goldenrod. I almost think that we should put more goldenrod, but I don't really know where. Maybe over here? I love the way it looks. I feel like it looks very much like goldenrod, but I think there would be more. Maybe across the street over here. What do you think? Hey, Sid, good morning. I'll try to take some rest. See you another time. Hugs to all. You too, Louisa. Don't forget to click like before you leave. And thank you for being here. And I hope you feel rested when you wake up. Hopefully you can sleep a little. Kiwi peed on my bed after our walk, so I totally forgot I was going to hit the live. Nice, Kiwi. Classy. Classy move, Kiwi. That feeling when your pets completely disrespect you. All right. This paint did not dry out. Well, not all of it anyway. So that's cool. Last time's paint. I think she was mad I didn't fill the dry food before we walked. Cool. So just because you didn't fill the dry food, now you're going to have to frickin' wash all the bedding. The way cats get away with literally murder. So rude. After a walk? No. Different animals. After our walk, like after the dog's walk, right? Kiwi peed on my bed after our walk. Did you walk with Kiwi? Huh? Okay, so now the front is nice and dark here, which is good. We like it darker. I want to get more of that dark blue here. We're not using black because nature doesn't have that. Metallic. Ultramarine, that's what we need. Petty cat. No, walk with the doggos. Come back. Petty cat does the crimes. Okay, so I've got more of this beautiful navy blue, which is lovely. And I feel like, what do I feel like? I feel like this field would have a lot more purple hue to it. Like I think we would have a purpley, like morning sun shadow happening on that. Like how the sky is kind of red. I feel like there would be kind of a reddish, shadows, not the word I'm looking for, but that's the word that's coming. A red sort of gouache. Is that what I'm looking for? A red gouache? A red. There's just going to be red, okay? I'm going to paint red right now over the grass, and it's going to stress you out like it's going to stress me out. But we're both going to just be really brave, and we're just going to frickin' full send it, okay? I'm watering the red down so it doesn't freak us out too hard, but it's going to freak us out. So just breathe and accept what's about to happen. I'm not going to have it go here because this is going to be like the shadow. Oh, how scary this is. It's gonna be fine. Sun is making the cows look red. But you understand that they're actually white. It's just the shadow that's making them look like they're pink animals. But it's just the morning. It's just morning light. Please don't panic. The sky will have a little more red in it because red sky in the morning. And then a little red up around the barn. I'll just kind of wash it in, right? it doesn't look like it makes no sense because it's actually the sunrise that's making everybody look pink. It's not me not knowing what I'm doing. It's actually me knowing what I'm doing. That's what's going on here. Okay, I kind of want this to be more upright. What do you think? Like this. Maybe I can go like this with the box and lean it like that. That way we can kind of see it a little more accurately for color. There, now I am Bob Ross. And I can go, we just want the sky to just be just a little, we want it pinker. We want those clouds. Oh, you can't see the clouds. Hold on. Let me get you a little more of an angle here. Lift that mic up so it's out of my way. There. That's pretty good. Pretty good angle, I feel like. You can see most of it, right? I do want you to see it, but I also don't want you to be feeling like it's totally sideways. You know what I mean? Just want to make it nice and pink. The sky will have a nice pink hue. Red sky in the morning, maybe sailor's warning, but like also maybe it's not actually. Take a little bit of white in, a little bit of orange, make a nice light orange color because that's what the sun looks like. And then I'll take a little more red, good, and then a little more white, creamsicle that up. And then we're gonna get these lower clouds to have some, they're kind of gonna overlap into like one layer of cloud. Because as clouds get farther away, it becomes harder to see the delineation. So there's that. And then I'll water clean off my brush and just use it dry to bring a lot more red back here and orange. I just want the sky to have more clouds here, less sky. So I'm gonna just orange that space up first, and that'll be like all the clouds as a base. Give you a little bit more continuity. I think I want to make my tree pinker also, like the actual tree, give it like a pink hue, not orange. I think the orange doesn't work the same. There. Yeah, the orange doesn't work the same for the tree. So we'll just brush off as much of that as we can, and we'll just take some red, and we'll just darken it with red. Okay, get that off. Why are you like this? Okay. Ugh. Excuse me. Sorry, my nose is like very itchy on the inside, and I'm trying to be polite and not actively dig in, but that means you're gonna have to see me itch my face. Okay, and then I want to take white a little bit to lighten up like here, because I feel like the sun is like coming up like basically behind the tree, so it's like I want the sky to have like a little bit like lightness with the pink. Maybe what I'll do is I'll lighten the sky a little, pinken it up a little, and then I'll just put a light outline on the tree, you know? that. Cool. And then I can take a smaller paintbrush and do some finer work on the tree. With, what am I going to do again? White. White, and then I need liquid. And I can just like touch parts of the edge with the white. And then when we put the pink over top of that, it'll look really pretty, I think. This is all gonna get a wash of pink. I'm just using the white to like organize my clouds a little bit. Because like when you have clouds, if you've got clouds that are kind of creating like lines, the farther you get away, the closer those lines are until those clouds are all just on top of each other. So down by the horizon, it would just be like one line of clouds. It wouldn't be sky out there. Oh my god, I just about knocked over all my brushes. So over here would also be all clouds. Then I'm going to take some pink. I'm going to make some pink first. I'm going to try and make it a little less orange. Cool. Then I'll add a whole bunch of water. It's a really pretty pink I just made. And then I will use that. Ooh, that's a little bright. That's okay. 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 Cool. Okay, and now I'm gonna take that pink again, and I'm gonna heckin' dilute it. And then I'm going to pink down the front of the sunflowers down here. I think there's too much white in this paint, unfortunately, so I need to undo that. Good morning. Sorry, I didn't make it accessible in here. I didn't think you'd be up. Okay, so I'm going to try and make a pink without any, or I guess it's not even going to be pink. I guess it'll just be, I'm going to try it with diluted red because the white kind of screws up the color mixing. Okay, give the road a nice red wash. Pretty much I'm doing everything that doesn't have the sun on it yet is gonna have a red wash. And if it does have the sun in it, it's gonna go towards orange. I think that's my plan. So the sunflowers are now half in the sun, half in the shade. Hold on. There's the sunflowers. They're half in the sun, half in the shade. So they have more red going on in the front ones, but the back ones are all nice and yellow. The cows now have a pink sort of wash to them. I think I'm even going to do a little bit more on this closest cow, on like this area back here. That might be a bit too much with this cow, honestly. A little too pink. Okay. There we go. Now everybody's got some good shadows. I think I'm gonna do shadows with the cows even more, like to give them a little more contrast. But I also think I wanna darken this part of the sky even more. I did a wash on it last time, but I think I wanna do another one. Anytime I'm calling something a wash, it just means that I'm adding water to the paint to try and make it less opaque. AKA, it's more of a wash of color rather than a opaque paint. Sorry, I'm hitting the mic stand. Okay, that's looking nice. You're already out, Gary. You don't need to come out. Okay. Still feel like it's not dark enough over on that side. You're already out, Gary. There's no more out that you can be. we go. That looks a little bit more. Hey there, Cormac. Very nice, Laura. Well done. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to do shadows on my goldenrod, which is scary. I'm going to use red, but it's going to be diluted. And basically on all of my goldenrod, on the undersides of it, I'm going to use the red as a shadow. Is it scary? Yes. Is it dangerous? No. We can always paint over. I'm going to do the same thing with my Black Eyed Susans. I'm going to just do a little bit of red on like the ones that are needing red. Okay, and then a little bit more on these ones. Oop, that's way too opaque. Let's just dilute you down. On those ones. There, and we can just pat it in. Just slop it all on. The goldenrods, they've got to look pink because it's early. Why are they pink? Because it's early in the morning, and everything's pink early in the morning. Don't you know everything? Don't you know anything? Early in the morning, things look pink. Or purple or blue. They definitely look modified. They do not look the same color that they do in the daytime. Okay, and again, underneath. Cool. Again. Again. Underneath. All my little shadowy places. Underneath. It's like I also don't want there to be any actual white in the photo. It's like I want it, or photo, in the painting. I want it to have kind of like a, I want to feel dreamy about this place, but it's also a farm. So like, how dreamy is it, you know? More shadow, more shadow. More shadows. More shadows. Okay, that's looking real nice and red. The flowers are abundant, which we love. Also, the stems would also be in shadow, so not just the flowers. Beelzebub, get off of my windowsill. Stop looking for seeds to steal. Okay, so now in the front, we've decided it's dark. We've made the decision. We've got a dark foreground, like a dark blue foreground here. I'm just gonna take the darkness up a little bit farther because I want this foreground to just feel like it's basically still nighttime in this foreground. So I'm gonna make a really dark foreground color. I added red, as you see, but I'm mixing it with the blue, so it's not going to be red once it's mixed. There we go. Now with a dry brush, I'm just going to use that to blend it up. It's not fully dry, obviously, but it's drier. I'll do this. Bring you up a little higher. You're too red. Blue you down. Oops. I'm just flicking, holding the paintbrush to create dark, dark grassy type things. And I think we'll use some cool tones in this foreground section to kind of create like smaller plants in the front. That looks cool. Okay, I'm gonna use a small paintbrush now, and I'm gonna try and do some long lines, like some long blades of grass in this foreground section. And I think I'll do them just straight up in the dark blue, ultramarine. And I just wanna see if I can, what I can do. You know, like thin lines are really hard. In theory, I could just use like a pen or a marker or something, but I find it hard to switch mediums on the same project. It's not like wet enough. Still hurt from digging up part of the yard yesterday. Gonna nap. Sounds good. Thanks for coming. I don't know what I'm doing here. What is happening? Okay, so now that we've got, I don't know, some grass in the foreground, I feel like I can't really do thin enough lines, as thin as I want them. So that's fine. We'll just keep it as medium thin lines, and I'll just do a million of them in this blue. Gary, you're already out. Okay, that seems pretty good. And then what could go right here? What's like on the front of this hill? Or is it just darkness? That's valid. Darkness is a valid thing. It could be dark. We could also do some white work in there, so it'll be like white and blue. Like, let's see what that looks like if we add like a white line. You know? Well, I guess the white lines wouldn't go all the way down to the ground, would they? Because if the white line is there, it's basically the sun, right? It's being lightened by the sun. And if it's being lightened up by the sun, what could go in this space? A rock? A boulder? A large plant? I feel like I created a shape, so what can we do with this space? Let's see. What goes here? Another rock. I don't know about if it's another rock. What could we put in this picture? Let me just stare at this for a second. I don't even know what this shape is, but this is the shape I've come up with. So what is this gonna be? Could be a plant. Could be the edge of a foreground boulder. Could be an animal. Could be erased. I think it might be erased. I don't know what it is, so I don't know if I want it. And easy as that. So maybe we'll have some black-eyed Susans here. This feels like really long grass. It feels like it's too long. I know it's close to us. It still feels too long to me. I don't know what to do. Is it just going to be simple and there's nothing there? Just darkness? That's also an option. Maybe that's enough. Maybe that's what it needed. Maybe it doesn't need anything else. Let's make my red wash, put a little more of that over here. Too much. Okay, now the cows, I'm gonna make a brown mixed with a blue to make something that's close to a black, a dark color anyway. And then I think I'm gonna take that, excuse me, I'm gonna take that with my tiny brush and I'm gonna use it to just act like black in the places where I need even darker shadows. Like the cows. I feel like there's like places down here that could go even darker, you know? What are you talking about, Gary? You're such a good bird. Good boy, Gary. You're so good. And then we could just sort of darken her down a little. Okay, and that's a baby cow over here, so we can darken the grass that she's in. Okay, and we could just do the same thing around some of the other cows. Just feel like the area around the fence is going to be super dark because there's like tall grass and like posts, and I just feel like this area would still be really dark at sunrise. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Adding way more shadows in the foreground underneath everything. Very good. That's what we want. We want it to be really, really dark because it's first thing in the morning. And you know what it is first thing in the morning? It's really dark. Including our tree. Our tree would have a lot of dark in it. I feel like it would be, honestly, mostly dark because the sun's like behind it. So I'm gonna just add more shadow. When in doubt, make it darker. Oh my gosh, stomach, you have eaten. Why are you acting like you didn't? And then that'll go the same with the tree. Like the bark isn't going to be in the sun. Only the edges would be. And those edges, let's see, they would be like a, what, yellowy, reddy, pinky sort of color. Let's see if I can give some definition here to the edges of the tree. Okay, there. Okay. Cool. Okay. And then I need to go back in with my dark colors. Okay, and then we could go in with just a teeny little bit of green, because I feel like where the hole is, you'll be able to see green, because the light is kind of passing through it. And I'm going to do a little tiny bit of white. Okay, I'm back. My Wi-Fi crapped out for some reason. Such is life. Okay, I need some coffee. That's not light. That is in the dark. That is behind where the sun is. So we need to darken you right down. Welcome back indeed. Okay, so this whole section forward is darker because that is where the sun has started. Just a sec, sorry, I need to look at what I'm doing here for a sec. Okay, and then just because we don't want our cow to look too pink, just take a little bit of paint off the top. Same thing with her, and same thing with the hidden baby. Just a little of the paint can come off of it. There. Popping in with the husband to say hi. We're off for Labor Day. Love that for you. Welcome. Good morning. Hello, husband. Hello, wife. I'm working on a sunrise painting. I am not off for Labor Day. I have to edit tomorrow's video after this. It's so gorge. Thank you, thank you. Oh my god, I almost just threw it at. Posted a couple zinnia pics. Show me the zinnias. Ready? Zinnia 1. Hold on. Who's hiding behind zinnia number 1? An assassin bug and a spider. Delicious. Those are both pretty. That's cute. Ooh, that's cool. I like her. Thank you for your zinnia pictures. I appreciate it. I think I need a little bit more yellow on my sunflowers. Just a sec. Let me just make the yellow I want. Oh, you can't see me mixing. I don't know if that's entertaining for you. Okay, and then I'm going to just top some of these with some goldy yellow. Hold on. Loosen you up a bit. I'll be saving seeds from all of those. Good. So you should. Okay, now I'm going to take a minute and go back on some of these Black-Eyed Susans and try and like make some of the petals a little bit more opaque. I feel like there's a lot of like translucence. Cute. Now I'll do the same thing with these other ones right here. See you Wednesday. I'm heading out. Sounds good. Have a good rest of your day. See you on Wednesday. think that looks pretty cool. I'm still feeling uncertain about this front portion though. What do you think? Do you have any opinions? Here, let me show you the front of it from the front. Ooh. I'm trying to get it so the light isn't making weird angles for you. Here's kind of, is that accurate? Or I feel like that's pretty good. What do we think? I love it. Thanks, me too. I think it looks really cute. Oh, let me get a little closer for you. Ta-da. So there's the first one. Still needs a signature and a date. Well, it's not done. Obviously, it's not done. It's not finished yet. It gets to go back up on the shelf for now until I come back to it. I still have 24 days to finish it, you know. 24 days, I tells ya. But don't worry. I have another painting to work on. And it is for an olive tree. And I think we did some pretty good stuff. I think we're going to do some similar stuff that we did with the first painting in terms of, I think we're going to do like a wash on it. I'm just going to use this towel as my easel so you guys can see what I'm making, or what I'm trying to make anyway. I feel like I want you guys to be even more like above, like that maybe. Is that a good angle? Do you feel like you can see what I'm working on like this? Do you feel involved with the process? Maybe like that is how you actually would be seeing it best, but I'm looking at it best like this. So if that's true, how can I get you guys in to the same view? Like that. Well, this is pretty rough. We've not really done a lot with this one yet. We started with the tree. We haven't even tried to make it make sense. So, apparently it's a windy day, and all we've got so far is the olive tree. So, we could work a little bit more on the clouds. That would be fun. I love clouds. So, this is so far how we got. What color are the clouds actually going to be on this day? White and blue? I doubt it. Let's bring some red in. You don't have to bring much, but we can just spread out a nice little wash of red. Can you tell I love red when I'm painting the sky? I love changing all the blue colors to just a slightly bluer, redder blue, you know? Okay, just get this, and let's just start by making the sky have a little bit more interesting stuff happening in it. Okay, there's something. Now there's at least something happening in the sky here. So the next thing happening in the sky is those clouds, which I'm going to use a small brush for. I'm going to go in with my white, but I will mix my white with what? With blue maybe? A little bit of blue with my white. Very, very pale blue perhaps for the background of my clouds, or for the shadow of my clouds. So I think the sun is going to be on our foreground this time, which means that our shadows are what's going to be the blue. The shadows are going to be around. I think our sky will be a really nice blue. Like a nice, almost a true sky blue maybe. Which I will mix up with the ultramarine and the light blue and the white to create our own sky color, which will be this. Okay, it's a little better. Maybe I'll even just take a little water to brush that over the edges of everything. We can go more with white, so don't panic. Just want the edges of our sky to all look good. Cool. Then I'll get more white and we'll do it again. Okay, so now I'm gonna make a lighter blue. I've been progressively just adding more white to my blue here. And every time I add a little layer, I'm making it a lighter blue so that the clouds eventually will have like a lot of texture. Hi, Peekaboo. Hi. I think we will finish with white for these clouds, but right now we're working in all the blues. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of my darker blue. No, I'm not. There's none here. Not enough anyway. I'm gonna just try and paint the bottom of my cloud darker rather than orange, because this part's gonna be shaded. It's gonna be shaded. Under here I'll be shaded. Ooh, are they thunderclouds? Are we going to make this a storm? No, it's not a storm sky. This is a nice sky. Okay, and then we'll do more white mixed in with the blue until we are getting almost to white. Okay, here's a very pale blue. You know how I'm doing this? Because I don't have any pictures of clouds in front of me, I'm blurring my eyes, like I'm taking my focus off of my eyes, and I'm just putting colors where it feels like they should go when I'm looking at clouds. Peekaboo, this is not a safe spot for kitties. Go away, Pika. Go away. Oh my goodness, my stomach is going wild this morning. It's been making the craziest noises. Oh, shit. Sorry. Pardon my French. All right, now we can go back in with some shadowing. I'm gonna do a blue mixed with the dark blue. I feel like I should be lying under the tree looking at the clouds and deciding what I see. Yeah, they're animal clouds today. That's totally true. I'm trying to make the clouds make sense, but, you know, doing what I can, people. Oh my god. I just about spilled ultramarine blue all over myself, my table, and my floor. Thank god this paint is so thick that none spilled. Thank you, ultramarine. If I could just get you in here. Thank you. Okay, now I need to do some lines. Like under this cloud, there needs to be a line. And then there'll be another line here, and then another line here. And then under this cloud, there'll be a line. Under that cloud, there'll be a line. Under there, under here, and under here. There. Now I can just sort of smooth out that line. And smooth it out. Okay, what's the undercolor here? We've got our clouds now, more or less. I think we could probably do a little bit more of like this stuff right here. Almost got the right consistency. All right, so now these ones. I feel like there's no blue after there. It's just gonna be layers of gray clouds kind of on top of each other. So what I'm kind of trying to do here is create layers of the cloud, because you know when the clouds are those big billowy ones, they're kind of like, they kind of look like explosions. Like if you look at them up close, it's like there's some white puff exploding out of the other ones. So I'm kind of doing like blue and then gray and then white, and I'm kind of just adding more and more and more of the lighter colors so that there's like layers of cloud. Like popcorn kernels, exactly like popcorn kernels. And now I have a clean brush and I'm kind of keeping it damp but not wet and not dry. And I'm just going to use that to kind of make some sharper edges. Cool. Okay, that feels good. That feels clouds, right? Hold on. Right? Do you feel clouds from this? Does this give you... Are you feeling cloudy? I think there's a little bit more darkness I need. Just like a bit. Just took me like an hour to figure out why the title and author weren't centered correctly. EA Computers. I love that for you. And by I love that for you, I mean I actually don't love that for you. That's annoying. I think I learned a thing at least. Well, I mean, good job looking for the good side of it, I guess. Oops. What are you birds yipping for? Huh? Hey. You watch that mouth when you're yelling at me, birds. Okay, now what I want to try and get is like some white, just pure white. Do you think it's white that I need, or do I need white with a color? Like maybe, what's the opposite of blue? Yellow, orange. Like, do I add like a little orange into the blank space? What time of day is it? I feel like that matters. This is like cloudy. It feels like midday. So there wouldn't really be any other color in it, but I don't want there to be no other color. I mean, in theory, we could change the color of the sky and leave the clouds the color they are, but change the sky around it in order to create some interest. So what if we make a blue-green sky? Like sort of a happy little teal, and see what that looks like. It may look awful, so don't freak out. I'm gonna just loosen up the paint a bit so it's not gonna be the end of the world if it's ugly. Okay, let's get my big brush out a bit. Toby, Mama's got no idea how to make a bed. You go fix it. Poor baby, look at him. I want him to have a cave bed. That's why I put that one there. I'm into it. I think this is looking pretty cool. Okay, here we go. Hello? Hi. Good morning, Michelle. Quiet stream today, just doing a little painting. Are you okay? No, I'm totally okay. I'm just painting. I'm doing really good. I had an awesome weekend. We're just quiet because the chat's been quiet, I guess. We did a little bit of conversation earlier, but I feel like I've been kind of painting in silence for a little while. But no, I'm totally okay. I'm almost done with these clouds. I'm also getting hungry, which is good, because it's almost lunchtime. Good, just checking. Yes, thank you for asking, but no, I'm totally good. Just working on some clouds here, trying to make them feel kind of the way clouds make you feel. Now I understand what impressionism means. It's like, it doesn't look like a cloud, but it does give you the impression of a cloud. So now that makes more sense to me. Beelzebub, Gary, where are you? Plus, it's a great morning so far. This day is not, hold on. Plus, it's not a great morning so far, so this day is not starting well, so it's time to medicate and go lay down after the stream. I'm sorry, Candace. That sucks. But yes, good idea to go lie down. I feel like that's a little better. This part just needs a little bit of finagling in terms of the darkness of the shadows. But other than that, I think it's pretty close to what I'm looking for. All right. Wow, this is way harder than it needs to be to figure out here for me. Ta-da! What do we think? How do we like those clouds? Do we feel like they look like clouds you've seen in your life? I feel like this one here needs to kind of smooth itself out because I feel like there's wind. So I feel like this needs to be like more breezy this side. Kind of blend in almost. Yeah, like that. There. Does that make sense? As a cloud? feel like these shadows may be a little dark, but I don't know how I can just lighten the shadows without kind of modifying the shape by accident. Okay. Little better. I think we'll be able to fix that a little bit with a future thing. Okay, now the foreground is the next problem for us here. And the foreground is going to be dark. We've already established. When you're close to the front, it's brighter and darker. More saturation, more darkness. I'm left-handed, so I have to turn this upside down to do my tracing around the bark. I don't know what we're going to do for this part to make it look good. Any suggestions? What we'll do in the foreground? Hi, Alex. How's your morning?
It's good, yeah.
Good. Did you see my painting?
Pardon?
Look at my painting up on the shelf up there. I'm almost done.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah?
You darkened it.
Yeah. Because it's
Sunset?
first thing in the morning.
Oh, sunrise.
Yeah, like just before sunrise. Dawn, if you will.
Ooh, Brother Dawn.
Brother Dawn.
Neat.
Thanks. Hi, Alex.
Hi-oh. Hi-oh.
Cute. Really high quality foreground right now. Okay, so underneath the tree, I think it'll get yellower as we get closer to the tree. So if we're going around it like this, then it would come around like that. This would come around like that. Yeah. So I'll just water some of it down and hello.
Hello.
Hey. Beelzebub. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Good boy, Toby. You can go. He's not even currently chasing you. Well, now he's gonna chase you. There. There's a good base for us to start with when we decide to paint again. I think that's good. Here's our final look at the clouds. There's how the clouds are looking. I'm going to call it now because I have to pee again, and by the time I finish going pee, wash my hands, come back upstairs, it's going to be time to go. So I'm going to go. I know it's a little early. Please don't hate me, but I will be back on Wednesday. I do have a video that will be tomorrow coming out. It's not done yet, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. Happy Labor Day. I'm going to be doing labor, but that's because I didn't work last week hard enough, but there we go. That's all. So I will see you guys tomorrow for a new tutorial. Here is what we managed to paint today. Kind of cute. If you liked today's stream, click the thumbs up button. I look cute. I was thinking I looked not cute this morning when I was going in. I look cute. I'm going to go out today. All right. I love you guys. I hope you had... No, I'm not going out today. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I love you guys. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope you do not work too hard. And I hope that you don't work at all, honestly. Labor Day. Drink water, stay hydrated, be good to yourself, be good to others. You know, all the good, important rules. Anyway, I love you guys. Click the thumbs up button, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Bye.